Hello guys and welcome back to another Simple Joe Reviews video. Today, obviously you've seen by the title, it's not the most energetic, fun video for you guys. Obviously you know my channel's all about having fun, being exciting and giving you like reviews and stuff and bringing you entertainment all the time. But also my channel's about sending messages out there and giving people facts and, you know, reviewing stuff I've been through or, you know, life as a whole as a way also to like help you guys. My channel is all about helping, giving what I can for you guys as well. You know what it's all about, fun and excitement, but then it's also, you know, the not so much excitement and some serious things I have to do sometimes, and personally for what I want to do, you know. And before we start this video, I just want to say this video is nothing to do with get loads of views, nothing like that. I don't make videos for that. I do videos because I want to make videos and because I feel like it's the right thing to do. And especially with this video, I feel like it's a big problem for me, and I know there's millions of people out there who have, for example, anxiety and self-conscious all the time, that I just feel it's really important for me to express my feelings to you guys and try and help some of you guys who have it, who's going through the same things that I do, you know, because a lot of people who have anxiety and self-confidence are some of the most confident people you'll ever see, you know. There's a lot of YouTubers out there, like myself, who have self-conscious and anxiety problems out there, you know, and we all deal with them differently and we have to go through it differently, you know. And, you know, some people always, you know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, who try to help you that don't really help you in the right way. And I always think the best way to help someone is someone who's gone through it. For example, a little story is, with anxiety, for example, people might have known Ken from Love Island last year, 2017. He suffered it from 13 to 20 years old. So that's 7 years of suffering from anxiety. And anxiety can be from, you know, like everyone's watching you, you know, you feel really conscious, you feel like, you know, everyone's just looking at you and you feel so uncomfortable. Or it could be, you know, you have to go somewhere, like for example, this kid had to go to prom and he had anxiety and thinking you kind of overthink about things, you know. You're like, oh, what if this happens, what if that happens, or oh, they're going to look at me, that blah blah blah, you know. It's stuff like that that affects you. And this kid had wanted to go to, well, he didn't want to go to prom because he had anxiety, and in terms of what anxiety he had, he didn't want to go there because he feels like people were going to call him names, people were going to look at him, people were going to judge him, you know. And Ken went through that, and I've been through that quite a lot in my life as well. And basically Ken, you know, he made him go to the prom, not forced, he talked to him, you know. He wasn't going to go if he didn't want to go, you know, but Ken sat him down, talked to him for a few days, and he also gave him one of his special trims or a haircut, and he managed to go to the prom. And also at this point, when he got to the prom, he ended up crying because some of the lads were calling him names, which I think is right stupid. You know, them lads are just bullies and I hate them, you know. And this kid, you know, turned up the prom, started crying. Ken was there, you know. He put his arm around him and said, it's going to be okay, you know. These happens, you know, you don't have to think about him, they're only looking, you know, they're only jealous, that's what you say. And he carried on and had one of the best nights ever. And this kind of touched me, and he also, you know, I responded to him on Twitter because I just thought it was amazing. People might say, oh, it's just a Love Island, but what these people do is they're inspirational, you know. You know, I'm trying to be inspirational if I can. I know I might not be the best at doing it, but, you know, with anxiety, for example, today, you know, and I know I'm going over words, but with anxiety, it's kind of like, you always say, oh, I have anxiety, and people don't really know how to go across it. It's like depression as well. I know it's a hard, tough subject to touch, but people don't know how to respond to them, you know. You might go to your parents, for example, and be like, oh, I'm really anxious, I've got anxiety about this, and they might just say, oh, you'll be fine. That's not going to help, you know. I'm personally honest, the best people to help you with these problems are people who've gone through it. For example, I go through anxiety so much, you know. Yes, I'm so confident, and you'll find the people who have anxiety are some of the most confident people. Look at Ken, you know. I have so much confidence as well. I'm not blowing my own trumpet, I'm being honest, but there's times when I have so bad anxiety and I will cry. I'm a man, I will tell you guys, I will cry at certain points, you know. For example, today, and it happens more on holiday, because I've got a chest dysfunction, you may say, and I'm talking about that as well, which is Pectus Excavatum, which I've got the whole meaning of it. It's basically a congenital deformity of the interior thoracic wall, in which the sternum and ribcage grow abnormally. This procedure has caved in or certain appearance of the chest. It can either be present as birth or not develop until puberty. So for me, I never had it when I was a kid, a young kid. I had it when I started going through puberty. Mine developed, and from a normal chest, I slowly started seeing sinking in. And I actually had one operation already. I can see the scar there. You might not be able to see, it's a scar there, really faint now. I had a scar, which the operation I had was a ravage procedure, which is basically where, you know, one of my ribs, because my right side is the one that I'm more in, and I've got in the middle as well. I had a new rib kind of repaired. They broke the rib and repaired it. That's what they do, and they also put a little metal bar in. But why my, you know, operation didn't go all successful, because I had a collapsed lung. I'm not trying to make people sound, I'm just telling what happened. I had a collapsed lung in that, and me and my parents both believed, because they never told us at the time, that we think they stopped the procedure in terms of like, yes, they broke my rib here and they repaired it, even though it still goes in a bit. This was so square, like honestly, you think this might look bad, it was 10 times worse before the operation. The operation did help me a lot because it was so severe. I had severe Pectus Excavatum. It was so severe, now it's mild, you know, I've only got a little bit and it's in the middle. And obviously this operation, you know, it broke the rib, sorted that out, but they didn't put the metal bar in, meaning, let me just show you a little bit of a bit here now. Yes, just showing you my Pectus Excavatum, so I'm sure it's called that, yeah. You can see the side dip there, like I said guys. Obviously it looks pretty normal there, and you can see again there, it's more on my right side as well. If I was to tense, it doesn't look as bad, because I do work out in the gym, but not that much, as you can see. And I'm burnt, so it doesn't help, but you can see obviously guys, that is what it looks like, but I'm just giving you an insight of what it looks like. We'll head back to the other gym now, right now. So you see now, obviously I showed you in the mirror, you know, from the side, you can see it dips in. That's because my sternum from the middle isn't pushed out. And yes, I might be working now, doing stuff like that, but it's because I'm not got no muscle in the middle, and because the muscle doesn't go in the middle, that won't push out. So I'm just going to go doing this, and there will still be a massive dent in there, you know. And it's not, yes, a few people may have it, you know. If you look on YouTube, you've seen a lot of other videos about Pectus Excavatum, and yes, there is people with it, but it's not common as other things, you know, like anxiety, depression. That's a lot more common in men rather than women, and it's a lot more people have it than people realise. But with Pectus Excavatum, you know, I think it's 1 in 1,000 people who have it, maybe birth or through puberty. And basically what I'm trying to, from the whole thing is, that's my anxiety problem, you know. Anxiety can be from your mind matters, or it can be from, you know, your brain telling you things, or it can be from your parents. And my anxiety goes worse because of this. Most things I'm okay with, you know. Sometimes I'll just freak out, you know. You know, some people say, oh, it's nerves. It's not. You know, I know anxiety is a different feeling. Your big heart rate goes boom, 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 boom. You know, sometimes when I've been through uni or go through college, you know, sometimes when I'm going through a massive cloud, my heart will just start racing out and I feel all anxious, and it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. You know, I've kind of coped with that because I've watched videos on YouTube and I've looked at people who are in the public eye and they've had it and they've coped with it. You know, I've seen ways to cope with it, and I've kind of been a lot better over the years. But this is one of my biggest problems and one of the biggest, you know, ways to come about it. And my main focus is on about this, and, you know, with the problems linked to Pectus Excavatum, is that, you know, it destroys my confidence. I'm such a confident person. You put clothes on me, I kind of forget about everything and all that. But when it comes to, you know, for example, I would say today I was on a little pool bar, and those people, and it was nice girls all around and all that, and basically I was so self-conscious, you know. I thought, oh, they're staring at me, they're looking at me, and I felt so you know, so self-conscious. And I had a t-shirt on this time, you know, but other days I've been there with my top off and actually, you know, trying to film these things, but I've been so nervous, I've been so scared, I've been so anxious of what to do, because, I've got a dent in my chest, you know. But then I look around and, you know, we're not all perfect, are we, you know? I might not be perfect yet, but for some reason I can't get down my head, you know. I'll say to my family and stuff like that, yes, it's only so much some people can help you, you know, because my chest is, it's just hard. Unless you have it, it's so hard to deal with, and it draws me back to anxiety. Unless people know who's been through it, they don't understand 100% what you're going through, and you can't, in my opinion, you can't get help unless you talk to someone who's gone through it. You know, you might go to doctors, but they only can tell you what the facts. They can't tell you how it actually feels, you know. Like the Ken thing, he went through it. He kind of knows what happened, and he found my chest. I wanted to get this out there because there's going to be people watching this video who is suffering from Pectus Excavatum, thinking, what do I do? And I will tell you, that procedure I had, the ravage procedure, yes, that can help you in a way, in terms of you can pop that out, and if nothing goes wrong, you will have a bar there and push it out. I unfortunately didn't have that because when they was in my lung collapsed, like I said, but there was another procedure as well called the nurse bar procedure, which is literally they cut there and they put the bar in and they hit it out like that, hit it out, push it out. That is a lot more dangerous compared to the rapid procedure, because the rapid procedure, you know, it's a lot more safety. They do two incisions and they kind of go in a lot differently and put in a metal plate, and you don't really have to tear that out. But with the nurse procedure, you do have to flick it. They flick you around and push all your ribcage forward. They do that with the ravage, but it's not as big a bar and it's not stable to the size. But also after 2 years, the nurse procedure does have to come out, and so not always, but a lot of cases it does have to come out because it's a massive metal bar compared to the ravage procedure that doesn't, you know. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, to help you guys, that if you're going for an operation for Pectus Excavatum, I'm still thinking I'm possibly going to be going for another operation within a year or two. Again, I've already had one and it was one of the worst operations in my life. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it is awful operation, and the doctors even said to me, it is one of the worst operations you can have. Yes, obviously we know there's other stuff out there that's worse, but in terms of, you know, Pectus Excavatum, you can live with that. It's not going to damage you, you know. It might be sometimes hard to breathe, stuff like that, but you can live with it. But obviously it's a cosmetic procedure, so you're choosing to do it. But the procedure can be life-threatening and it is dangerous to have. But there's so many new technical things that they're doing now. Sorry about that, guys. My camera went flat. My camera ran out of data, so sorry about that. But yeah, what I was on about is obviously the nurse procedure and the ravage procedure. Obviously the ravage procedure is a lot safer to do, and I would definitely recommend that. Just 100% after you've had the operation, check what's happened, because with mine, I never checked, and I always thought, why was the middle still sunken in? As you can see, still sunken in. And I obviously, you know guys, in about a year or two, I probably will be having another operation because my anxiety has been so high and all that with everything that's gone on, and I just feel like it would settle it a lot more. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm so confident, and there's times I'll be in a pool bar or beach and I'll feel confident. If I've got my friends around me or family, I'll feel a lot more confident. I've got that confidence. Yeah, I'm not bothered. Who cares if people look at me? They look at me, you know. You know, there's people with other problems out there, you know. May you be overweight, may you have man boobs, may you do other stuff. There's so many other things people have, and no one judge. So why should I feel judged about all this? You know, because you shouldn't, because no one's perfect, you know. If you're overweight, doesn't matter. If you're on man boobs, doesn't matter. If you've got this, doesn't matter. But for me, I just feel I suffer with this so bad. In terms of, there's some people out there who don't really suffer, but I didn't realise how much it affects me, my chest and all that. I know I'm sunburned, so it doesn't happen, so there's all that. But I didn't realise how much it affects me in terms of what I can do and what I can do. Because I can do, when I've got clothes on, I'm going there, I'm so confident, I can go talk to girls, I can do this, I can go out somewhere, sleep there. But when I go on top of, I won't want to go in a pool, I won't want to walk about, I don't want to act myself, you know what I mean? I kind of feel like I'm acting someone different, being someone different, because I feel like this is going to attract people to my chest and look, and it shouldn't feel like that. And I know there's going to be people watching the video, me you have anxiety, me you have the Pectus Excavatum, which I wanted to link them both together in this video, me you have Pectus Excavatum, you know, and you think, what do I do? What do I actually, I don't know what to do when I've got this problem. And like I said, obviously research, look into it, what you can do, and also go to your doctors and see what they can do to help you, because sometimes you may not have that bad of a Pectus Excavatum, but if it's like me, whether it is in a bit and you want to do something about it, there is ways about it, you can do it, and options you can do it. Like for me, I've looked, and I'm probably gonna see if I can have the rabbit procedure done again, but not up here this time. I just want the little melt bar they put in, because yes, I could have the nurse bar, but it's a lot more intense compared to the rabbit procedure, you know, because with the nurse, you know, they're going from the side. The way they do the rabbit, they cut a scar across it and they kind of insert it that way through the middle, and it doesn't look as bad. But when you got down there, it comes hard, and it's harder to do. So I just want to like make this video, guys, to kind of say, you know, you shouldn't worry about things. You should do your own thing, and just, you know, you got research things, look at video, because sometimes you don't know who to ask, you don't know who to talk to. But there is people out there, and the worst thing I always thought, you think you're the only one in it. You're not the only one with it. Look how many people in the world. There's, what, how many? 3 billion people in the world, and you think you're the only person. You're not the only person in the world that will have any problems. There's going to be at least thousands of people who have that. For example, Pectus Excavatum for you guys out there. There's going to be at least 1,000 people in the world that have that. You're not the only one, and there is ways around it. I've seen operations that have changed people's lives. People who have had it or not. If it doesn't affect you that much, it might not, you know. At one point in my life, it didn't affect me that much. But then I realised how much it did affect me, and I realised I wasn't happy with my chest. I wanted a perfect chest. Maybe that's because of who I am and how I like to be really confident, you know. I go over the top with my parents, I try to change hairstyle, I try to, you know, maybe I'm my worst enemy. Maybe I should go to a therapist, for example, and try and get someone to talk me through and say, you're actually alright, you shouldn't think about your chest, and you're actually alright, then you think, because a lot of the time, it's your brain, it's no one else. All this anxiety and all that is actually because your mind's playing tricks on you, and your mind's saying, oh, this is happening, people are looking at you. But if you look at the whole, a lot of the time, people are not thinking about you. People may look at you, and the bubble, everything goes. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's just your mind playing tricks, and I feel like I've waffled, I don't know if I've waffled on a bit, maybe gone around the houses, I don't know. I just really wanted to get this message out to you guys, and do a video for you guys on the Pectus Excavatum and how anxiety is linked into it, because that's my anxiety in terms of that. It might have been a bit confusing, I'm sorry about it. And obviously the next video is going to be more energetic, more fun as always, guys. Just wanted to get out there to you guys and what I feel and what's happening at my stage of my life at the minute, and what's my thoughts. And I really hope you enjoyed the video. Well, yeah, I really hope it's helped some of you guys. And if you know, I'm not going to say that, but if you enjoyed the video, you know, let me know and tell me if this helped. Write in the comments your problem. I'll try and respond to you as well, guys. And I'll put in the description the procedures you can have for this, and I've also put some links of anxiety, you know, links how it can help, and so on and so on, and same with self-confidence as well. Create all links in together. So I will see you guys in a bit. Peace.